Okay. So we're doing Slay the Princess today. I've never played this game. Straight up, never played this game. I did see Altier play it a while ago, but I never played it because I knew, or I didn't really watch it because I knew I wanted to play it. So that, oh god, I have to set up my headphones again. That's amazing. I love it when things just don't work out. Okay, well, Spotify, gone. We don't need Spotify. We have princess time. Oh, now we have princess time. I'm gonna turn this up a bit. So yeah, never played this game. I did, however, just linger on the menu and was spooked, scared, because it changed. It shattered. It scared the shit out of me. Chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
A big reason I want to play this game is I wouldn't have to voice everybody.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
I think you're freaking out a little bit. Oh, explore the end of the world. What are you talking about? I've considered that maybe she's the only reason it's gonna end because she's locked up. Killing princess seems kind of bad, though, doesn't it?
Does it? Are you a monarchist? Is slaying a princess that much worse than slaying a fisherman or a miller or a seamstress? If anything, slaying a princess is much better than slaying a...
Can I make that... Okay, never mind. Oh! I want to continue exploring. Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up?
While I appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock. Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up. And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation. Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that. It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything.
But I don't want to kill people, especially a princess.
Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
Can someone else do this?
Unfortunately, you're the only one who can pull this off.
What?
I don't make the rules. I wish I did, but I don't.
Maybe playing this game on PS4 was a bad idea, or PS5 was a bad idea. Okay, thanks for telling me what to do.
Don't mention it. It's all part of the job. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning before you go any further.
Yeah, what's up?
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her.
You know, that's fair.
Don't
I'd also
believe a
do a
word
lot to
she
make sure I don't
says.
fucking die. Personally, I do many things. I do horrible things to make sure I don't die. Oh god, I have to change my microphone. There we go.
We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
Voice of the hero. That was something I know that endings give you different voices, and I was very interested in that.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
I mean, he might. Proceed into the cabin. He's the voice of the hero. He's the hero, dude.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Explorer, we'll take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
I just still don't know if I'm ready for that, man.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
What's with you
Her
wanting
voice
me to kill
carries
this
up the
princess, man?
stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
I mean, she's probably
Don't
annoyed.
let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
I want to save. Hit her with a hi. Hi. Oh, I should move chat, probably. Ooh, not that one. Not that one. Hold on. 1 minute. Get back into where you bitch. Stretch the fit screen. There we go. Lock that. Chat box. I'm just gonna move you guys over here. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. That's better. Hi.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Come on down.
You walk down the
Hello.
stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
I don't wanna. No.
Then drop the knife.
We should. It'll go a long way to building trust with her. Don't you
Oh,
dare.
you know what? Fuck. I'm just gonna hide chat. Not on this one.
It's fine.
Sorry, guys.
We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. But killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
I'll drop it.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
I like talking.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face, unarmed. We'll be fine. I don't know what you're
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Yeah, this really is the weird way of starting it. I'm here because you're supposed to end the world. What's your name?
She hesitates before answering.
You can address me as your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
Note the lack of detail. You can't trust her.
So, okay, listen, I understand you're annoyed. You've been down here for a bit. I can't really... I mean, like, listen, I'd also be annoyed. A relationship? Are you coming on to me? Yeah, it's pretty awkward.
I know. I just said that. Now why are you here to kill me?
You're supposed to end the world.
Don't just tell her that.
Is that why they threw me down here? But
Apparently.
I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think.
Well, you
I
had
don't
me until you
remember
said
much
the I
about it,
think.
to be honest. I've been down here a long time.
How long?
Just how long has she been down here?
Yeah, exactly. Me.
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so dangerous?
I don't know if I should trust her. What are you going to do if I let you out of here?
princess hesitates before responding. She doesn't know. She's been down here too long to have any idea of what she'd do in another life. She knows what she'd do. She's just searching for whatever answer she thinks you want to hear.
I don't think I can answer that question in a way you'd find meaningful.
Yeah, well, that depends on you. Amy.
At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust. Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why.
That's fair.
That doesn't sound right to me. And I don't think it sounds right to you either. Otherwise, we'd be killing each other instead of talking.
She has a point. There's a reason I've been telling you to question the situation, and there's a reason you've listened.
So, I could tell you that I'd lead a quiet life in the woods, or that I'd open an orphanage, or that I'd do any other number of good things that I'm sure you think you want to hear.
I would like to hear them, please.
But you don't really know me, do you? What can my word possibly be worth in a situation like this?
She's right about one thing. Her word isn't worth anything.
Like I said, it's all about trust. Blind trust. So do you trust me, the prisoner, the victim, the princess clearly incapable of ending the world? Or do you trust whoever put me here?
She's
I
wrong.
don't know.
This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch, no less.
Ooh, true. I do hate monarchies. Okay, we've talked enough.
Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
I hate monarchies,
You know
man. You know
why
me.
you're here.
Viva la revolution. Well, I dropped my knife. How am I going to slay the princess? I'm going to keep you away locked down here for a bit, yeah.
That seems like a pretty good compromise.
Yeah.
Leaving her alive is too risky. If you don't deal with her soon, she will find a way out.
One way or another, I'm going to find a way out of here. You can make it easier for both of us if you help.
Let's...
And if you don't, I can promise that you'll come to regret that decision.
Oh.
You have to make a choice. Let's hope for all our sakes it's the right one.
I made my choice. I'm locking her in the basement. Okay, let's get you out of here.
Oh, for the love of...
Good. I'm glad you've come to your senses.
Let's get you out of here.
You're making a huge mistake.
How are we doing this?
No, you're doing the right thing.
Thank you, me.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
But what if I just break them?
I'm guessing you don't have the key.
I had a knife.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs.
Maybe.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
And if there isn't a key, do you have any ideas?
Well, you do have that big, sharp knife.
Please don't say it
You
like
could
that.
always cut me out of here.
She speaks with
What do you
almost
mean by that?
complete nonchalance. If we were stuck down here for long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out. Anything to finally be free. You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
Huh.
Is someone else here?
I'll turn to the bottom.
You make your way back to the bottom
Hey, I
of
got
the
bad
stairs.
news.
This would have been so much easier if you'd simply slain her like you were supposed to.
Hi, I got bad news. We're stuck down
Easier
here.
for whom? easier for everyone.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
Yeah.
The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
How? I mean, I'm not gonna saw you.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
We're committed.
Against your better
Oh!
judgment, you place the blade against the princess's arm, just above the massive, unyielding chain.
Yo, our hands look cool as fuck.
You cut into her flesh.
You are. Okay. We're gonna ignore that stuff right there. We're gonna ignore, obviously, the thing that's like the big gross bit. She got big ol' eyes.
The
Look at
blade
me
is
with those
sharp, and
whole
you make quick
ass
work of it.
sightseers.
Before long, you're able to crack through bone, and she pulls the bleeding stub of her arm through the iron gauntlet. She didn't so much as utter a sound.
You're crazy.
Free from her bindings, the princess turns to face you, her fierce gaze meeting your eye.
Hi.
How is she so composed after losing an arm? It's like she isn't even bothered by it.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Okay. Approach the locked
No,
door.
we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I just can't let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just watch me.
Warn her.
Stop that.
I thought this was a little too easy.
Your body lunges forward to sink the blade into her back, but the princess swiftly moves out of the way before you can connect. Stop it! Stop resisting me! I am trying to get you out of here alive.
Resist.
The blade. Move the blade.
You're doing your best to help me, aren't you? I can see the conflict in your eyes.
I can see the whole room in your eyes. Big ol' reflectors.
I'll make this quick.
What?
She steps forward and pries the blade from your rigid hands.
Wait, but that's mine.
Maybe I'll see you in another life.
Well, hold on there. What? Hey?
And then she slits your throat with an almost clinical ease. Her face
Ow.
remains unchanged as she watches you collapse to the ground, blood flowing from your butchered neck. This is the end, isn't it?
I guess so.
I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die.
What?
I hope it was worth it.
Oh. Chapter 2, The Prisoner.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
I'm getting a weird sense of deja vu. Hold on. Oh. No, yeah, let's. Oh, you're in for a bastard. I'm wise to your tricks.
My tricks? What on earth are you talking about? We've just met for the first time. Don't forget what he did to us the last time around.
True.
I wouldn't trust a word out of his mouth. There's got to be a way out of here, for us and for the princess. We just have to keep trying.
I agree.
I'm inclined to agree. If he doesn't remember what happened last time, maybe it's best to keep it that way.
Me and the 3 baddest motherfuckers that are all stuck in my head.
You know I can hear you two, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me. And as far as trying to help her goes, need I remind you how catastrophically dangerous she is to the world at large? I told you about the stakes of this situation less than a minute ago.
Let's assume that I'm telling the truth. Oh, this really did happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything?
Those are 2 very different questions, but fine, I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving.
Indulge me.
Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me.
Which it is.
You died last time, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me.
Well, I mean, okay, you got me there.
The absolute irony. Well, that's one way to put it, I guess.
You really don't remember what happened last time, do you? You practically forced the princess to kill us. That doesn't sound like the sort of thing I'd do, which is honestly all the more reason for you to not buy into whatever self-delusions the three of you are crafting.
Yo, guys, I don't really like this fourth dude.
But this is a thought
kind of a
experiment,
nerd.
so I suppose I'll continue to give you the benefit of the doubt. If I did practically force the princess to kill you, it was probably for a good reason. Did you try and free her? Did you say something really mean to me? Because if I really did what you said I did, you probably deserved it. I'm a professional, after all.
I did call you names, but I did that in my head. Oh, you live in my head.
Sure you are. Anyway, I believe your second question was, what's the point of doing anything?
Hey, stop saying my
If you
things in a
ask me
nerd
that,
voice.
It sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. You forced the princess to kill us and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself? Or were you instead transported to a different world entirely? If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died?
I can't answer that legally.
Do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would? What a conveniently ambiguous group of things for her to ruin. For all we know, the princess left the cabin and never saw another soul.
True, we don't know.
Oh, how I wish that were the case, but if the princess weren't a certain inevitable threat to the world, the four of us wouldn't be here. And yet, here we are. You're talking in circles. No, I'm talking in facts.
I want to save again. Yeah, let's go talk to the princess.
Just be quick about it.
Hey! Excuse me. Never mind.
Great. Now, if you don't
Fuck you.
mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from ruin.
Fuck you.
I'm not so sure running away is the best idea. We're not the only person stuck here.
Yeah, you're right. Hold on. No. Okay, fine. We'll save the princess. Proceed to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further.
The star's beautiful.
She will lie, she will cheat.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
you said
don't
that
be
last
the
time.
word she says. Just go in, take the knife, and do what you're supposed to. Wink.
Did you just say wink out loud?
No, you're in my head.
No, I didn't. Wink.
Just ignore this clown and focus on the princess.
Proceed to the cabin. Also, I don't think I can ignore him. He's kind of me, and like, it seems a little bit
The
rude.
interior of the
It looks
cabin
different.
is less a cozy woodland retreat and more like a dungeon. A few pathetic wisps of starlight attempt to illuminate the cold, uninviting stone walls, and thick, wrought iron bars barricade the windows, reminding anyone who enters that this is a prison. The only furniture of note is an iron table, bolted to the floor, a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement.
What about the mirror?
You'll need it if you want to do this right.
You didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall. Actually, yeah. This is a whole different cabin than last time.
Very different. Yes, but why? Did he change it? Or did it change all on its own? Maybe it's a different cabin entirely. Now isn't that a novel thought? Maybe you haven't actually been here before. I hope this means you'll finally drop your ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess.
Well, no, she did kill me.
So
I died.
focus up. Don't get distracted by minor details.
You didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall.
He definitely did not. Does the mirror not count as furniture of note to you? Because it should.
I think it
There
does.
isn't a mirror. There's a table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here.
No, but there's a mirror right there.
There's definitely a mirror. There isn't.
I think you know what we have to do.
I want to look at myself and see how handsome I am.
Let's not get caught up in vanity, but we should definitely take a closer look. Whatever it is, he must not want us to know about it. Is this some
sort of rehearsed bit? Use your eyes. There is no mirror. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would it even do?
Mirror!
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny.
Wipe the mirror clean.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
Where'd it
was
go?
there a second ago.
And now it's gone. If he doesn't want us to know about it, it must be important. We should keep our eyes peeled. Maybe it'll be back.
I'll take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Why didn't you give me like a sword?
Good idea. Much better to be armed than to go in with blind hope alone. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an old stone
God, this game is pretty.
staircase. A few sputtering torches attempt to vaguely illuminate your path, dancing across glimmering patches of slimy moss on the stone steps. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her voice, harsh but controlled, carries up the stairs.
Is that a visitor I hear? Please, come downstairs. It's been a while since I've had company.
Oh, you have the sinister text. Okay.
Does she remember us? You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. She looks up at you, the heavy collar around her neck clanking loudly as she moves. The chains binding both her wrists to the far wall, joining the metallic chorus as she adjusts her hands in her lap. So much for cutting her out of here. Do you hear yourself right now? Cutting her out of here never should have been on the table. Have you noticed the empty chain on the wall? Odd that in a place where everything seems to serve a distinct purpose, there would be something so obviously useless.
That was there last time too, wasn't it?
It was.
I genuinely
What an
didn't notice.
interesting development. Why don't you have a seat? The two of us should chat before you bury that thing in my heart.
Okay. Yeah, I can do that. Yeah. I'm not sure I need to do much of anything. Do you see how locked up she is? No, I also with her. What's up?
You step towards the princess, but she stops you before you get too close, holding up one shackled hand.
There's fine. I'd prefer we keep some distance until we've sorted this out.
That's fair.
That's reasonable. We do have a weapon. Might as well put her at ease.
Exactly. Sit where you were told to sit.
You do as she asks and sit on the floor, still a good distance away from her.
Hi.
Thank you. Now, what are your intentions for me?
I was told to kill you. Okay. My intentions? What do you mean? I've been here before. Am I the only one who remembers that? What happened last time after I died? The other chain on the floor. Who's it for? What would you have me do? I think I'm actually going to leave you here now. What happened after I died last time?
Oh, are we talking about that? I thought we weren't going to give away the game. But sure, I'll fill you in.
I knew it.
Nothing happened. You died. I went upstairs. I couldn't leave. I found myself in a new place in chains again. More of them.
Oh,
And now you're back.
I am.
Is that really all she knows?
It's not like we have much of a clue about how things work. And she's probably even more in the dark than we are.
You're looking at me like I might be hiding something. I'm not.
I guess it's possible she really doesn't know anything. Maybe both of us are stuck in this loop without any idea why or how.
I guess what you said back in the woods really was true. As much as I would like to remain in denial, it's no use. This has complicated things.
It's complicated things how, exactly?
Ideally, this was supposed to be one and done. You go to the cabin, you heroically slay the princess, and in the process you save the entire world from being damned to oblivion. The situation right now, where you're getting a second shot at things, is a contingency.
A contingency for what?
For you failing, obviously. And you being here means that things are going to be a lot harder than they were. I really shouldn't say anything else. I'm just going to make it worse. Just good luck.
Now hold on, if you knew this could happen,
What?
why didn't you believe us back in the woods? Why lay out all those hypotheticals? We didn't have to talk in circles.
I needed you to believe this was your first time here, even if that wasn't the truth. I hoped if I pushed back hard enough, I could cram this seeping mess back into the bottle. And maybe I wanted to be the first version of me that you met. I didn't want to be confronted by the alternative. That's pathetic.
Oh. Didn't realize it was hitting auto.
I never said I wasn't. I get it. It would be pretty upsetting, wouldn't it? To know that you might not be the first version of yourself. At least we can remember what happened before. Seems like we should count ourselves lucky for that. Exactly.
I'm just staring at her.
You're lucky, so don't waste that luck by messing it up again. All right?
Moving on. Why is it important for us to be ignorant? How is it ever helpful to be in the dark?
The more I say, the more your mind will swim into dangerous waters. Even saying that is too much. Your success hinges on you having imperfect information. For the sake of the entire world, you need to accept that.
I won't.
Just give it a rest. This isn't helping.
Focus. This is a serious situation. You shouldn't be daydreaming.
Sorry, I'm talking to the people. You were asking about my intentions earlier. What do you mean by that? I'll tell the other chain of the wall who's it for. What would you have me do? Okay, what do you mean by that?
Yes, your intentions. You have a knife. What are you going to do with it? Why are you here?
I thought you said you remembered.
There isn't a keyhole in these shackles, and I don't see any keys in your hands either. So I'm afraid my only way out is another surgical removal.
Is she forgetting about the shackle on her neck?
Or does she think she'd survive a beheading?
You're right. Maybe she's delusional. All the more reason not to trust her.
Shut up, nerd.
Unless she really could survive.
Though I suppose you could just be here to kill me. But I don't think that's in either of our best interests.
How am I gonna cut you out of here if you didn't notice there's a shackle on your head?
No. Like I trust you to come any closer with that knife. All you're going to do is hand it to me and watch me work.
But she would have to cut her head off, right? She can't be suggesting that.
She certainly seems confident. Maybe she knows something we don't.
Or maybe you should consider the most likely scenario. She's bluffing so she can disarm you.
Okay. She gets a knife and is still chained to the wall. What do you want from me, man?
Though if she isn't bluffing, whatever she has planned might be for her benefit alone. There's no guarantee that what's good for her is good for us.
So, what should we do?
I don't know. I'm just spelling out our options, listing the pros and cons.
Then let me help you. I'll start with the cons. If you're handing her your weapon, the cons are that she might use it to escape and end the entire world. And she might use it to kill you.
I mean, she already did that.
That doesn't sound great. What about the pros? There are none.
The pros are that we can't trust him, possibly even more than we can't trust her. Whatever she has planned could do
True.
something to mess with what he has
You know,
planned.
I've never seen her end the
Maybe
world,
they're both screwing
but this
us over in
motherfucker
their
did try
own
to take my
ways.
body, so, like... I'm not giving you a weapon. You realize that I have as much reason to distrust you as you have reason to distrust me, right?
I do. So I guess this all comes down to which of us caves first. And it's not going to be me.
Fuck.
I'm extremely patient.
Yeah, that makes sense. You're chained to a wall.
It's probably better if we take action anyway. No use trying to wait her out. That's playing to her strengths.
I cut you out of here. I'm not giving you a weapon.
The last time we met, your body tried to kill me.
And you did kill me.
If you take a moment to imagine yourself in my position, I think you'll understand why letting you near me with that thing is untenable. So, Be a good bird and hand it over.
I'm a bird?
And if being nice isn't enough motivation, well, I think you're aware that I'm not afraid to resort to violence. If you come near me
What?
with that thing, I will strangle you with these chains.
She doesn't
Huh.
beat around the bush, does she?
Hmm.
Yes, it's almost like she's a fundamentally bad person who wishes to inflict pain on others. Or it's another bluff.
Or it's another bluff.
No hard feelings, of course. But you should be aware of my position.
Hmm. I'm gonna save. She might kill me. If you want to leave here, I'm going to do it. I'm going to be the one with the weapon. Deal with it.
Do you think these chains take away my saying things? I said no.
As you move towards the princess, she stands, her chains clinking as she wraps them around her fists. In an instant, they're around your neck, both of you dropping to the ground as she pulls them taut, bracing her body against yours as you struggle uselessly.
Damn.
The metal chains constrict around your windpipe as the princess heaves with a muscled intensity.
Drop the knife or you die.
What is she doing? We weren't trying to attack her. I can see where she might have gotten the wrong idea. She doesn't have much agency here. Would we have trusted her if she walked up to us with a blade again, after what happened between us?
Yeah, that's fair.
How many times did I warn you she's not to be trusted? But while strangulation can be very distracting, she's not armed, and you have your pristine blade. End her before she ends you.
No. I'm going back. I don't want to. We're not having conflict. We're listening to her. But I want to do it on her terms. Maybe I can convince her. If you don't give up now, then I'll have no choice but to slay you. You're the one in chains. Fine. Give her the knife.
Slide it over.
No, absolutely not. I am not letting you hand your only weapon over to the world-ending princess. Until you come up with any other idea, like, say, I don't know, doing your job and slaying her, you remain rigidly in place. You tried this last time. Do you want to know how it went for you? Oh, I remember. She killed us, which, by your estimation, ended the world, right? Oh, Rory, try to take over, buddy. Exactly. If I were you, I wouldn't be too keen on repeating your mistake. Hell, we could even force your hand and do it ourselves. I'm not afraid of dying again. Are you? A little?
I'm pretty
Got your
neutral
point
with it.
across. Fine. You slide the blade across the floor. The princess maintains unsettling eye contact as she reaches down to pick it up.
What am I gonna do? Football kick it into her heart? I got nothing, man.
Thanks.
She pulls up her hair, smiling slightly, as she raises the blade to her throat. What is she doing? She doesn't say another word as she cuts into her own neck. No.
I'm gonna look away.
Close your eyes. That doesn't stop you from hearing every grisly detail. The splitting of skin, the wet mulching of severed veins, the grinding of metal against bone. I'll be damned. She's actually doing your job for you. Why would she do that? Huh. So that's her play. Killing herself? We don't know that she's dead yet. We're not even watching it happen. She could just be faking those sounds. And then, finally, you hear a snap and an uneasy silence. There is a slow and fleshy tear. Hard to fake that. This is worse than watching. And yet our eyes are still closed. Finally, there's the soft thud of something roughly head-sized bouncing against the floor, and the clattering of chains as they drop along with it. I think you can open your eyes now.
Oh.
Oh no,
Oh no, what did we do? Can we put it back? Please tell me we can put it back. The princess's eyes stare up at you. Dead. Congratulations. You saved the world.
Where'd the knife go?
Huh. So I guess that's it. What a way to go. But she is gone, isn't she?
I hate this. Can we just get out of here now, please? Of course, the princess is slain and the world is saved. Whenever you're ready, you can proceed to your reward.
Now hold on, she's dead. So what's the rush? What's your angle?
I don't have an angle. I'm just looking forward to putting all this behind us.
Look, I'm just not ready to put my guard down. It's best to keep sharp. She wouldn't have done all that without some kind of a reason.
True.
She's left us with this dangling thread, and I need to know why.
You're just wasting your energy. The danger has passed, and now we can all relax and enjoy your reward.
I'm taking it with us.
Ugh, fine. You pick up the princess's severed head, its neck stump still oozing bodily fluids. Then make your way back upstairs to the first floor of the cabin.
Did you see that? I could have sworn she moved.
She didn't. She's dead. But what if she's not? Are you listening to yourself? Do I need to explain to you why decapitation is lethal? The door to your bountiful reward is right in front of you. All you have to do is open it. You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom. Only, a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is... Wait, no, that's not right.
Well played.
Hi.
This is the end of the world, isn't it? I always thought I'd at least have time to explain myself before I had to watch it happen. It's already... over? Is he gone?
But we're still here. Maybe it wasn't the end of the world after all. Maybe it was just the end of his.
Thanks for carrying me up here. I had to take it on faith that you would know what to do. I'm glad I was right to trust you. So, this is the outside. Maybe it's just my lack of body, but it's colder than I expected.
You're also losing a lot of your blood. I mean, oh, hands. Hands, all right. But you don't get the chance to respond. Something has taken her away and it's left you in her place.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
The narrator's gone.
He is. Does that mean the world ended?
It must have. Do any of us know what the world ending is supposed to look like?
Ah, shit. He was right. I think I'm supposed to look in the mirror. I'll approach it.
I'm begging you, don't do this.
The mirror never
It's
scared you
different
before.
now. It feels... I don't know. Final.
You're right. Part of me wants the truth, but something stronger is holding me back. Fear.
You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. It's you. You are alone in a place that is empty. It is quiet here. Proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin. Approach her.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
What are you?
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
I don't know what I am.
I think that you are like me. We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
Are you what sent me to slay the princess? Are you what trapped me here? Are you the princess?
She is part of me, and part of me is her.
But were you always the princess, or just making her a part of yourself?
You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
Is this the end of the world?
How can the world have ended if we are talking?
Do you know the narrator?
You are the only thing I have ever known. The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
Are you what sent me to slay the princess? Are you what trapped me here?
I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free.
Do we know each other?
You are familiar, but you are not me. I feel sadness, longing, hope as I witness you.
What happens now?
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
Okay. Make me forget.
She asks that I tell you to remember her. You won't.
Everything goes dark, and you die. Chapter 1. The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path in the woods. You're here to slay her.
No, you can skip previously seen dialogue by hitting R1 on your controller. Ha! Sweet, I've always wanted to laugh in a monarch. Viva la revolution!
That's the spirit.
Let's go!
You make your way up the short path.
Proceed to the cabin. Take the blade. Hey, I think I'm here to kill you.
Oh, are you now? Why don't you come down and let me take a look at you?
Great job. You gave away the element of surprise. Good luck, hero.
Hi.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
What? No way. What would make you even think that? I haven't decided yet.
How about you drop the knife and the two of us just talk?
Nah, I'm good.
Look how reasonable she's being. We should just drop the blade and talk things out.
Nah, hold on, guys. I just drip a coffee.
Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster.
Oh, I love coffee.
Killing someone in cold blood.
Tighten your grip.
You ignore the trembling in your hands and tighten your grip on the blade.
You poor thing. Your hands are shaking. Are you scared of me? Because you should be.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it.
True, why wasn't I given a spear?
So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
I'm not dropping the blade.
Then I'm not talking to you.
What? Fine then, I guess we're at an impasse.
I guess we are.
For the love of everything, just slay her already. Or drop the blade. Do something.
Stare at the princess while holding onto the blade.
You stare at the princess, squinting fiercely. She squints back.
I will
The two
not
of you are
drop
gonna do
this
forever, aren't you?
till I die.
You'll have to blink eventually. Just make a choice.
Fine.
Doubt, unfortunately, clouds your thoughts as you attempt to run her through.
I just realized if I move my controller, I can do things. Oh, it's so cool.
A moment of distraction and hesitation is all she needed to sidestep your thrust and deliver a catastrophic blow to your jaw.
Damn.
It feels like you've been hit with a sledgehammer. You can feel bone grinding on bone where your jaw has been fractured. Holy shit, that hurt! Though she's unarmed, the shock of that first strike is enough to stagger you, putting you and the princess on somewhat equal footing. Your blade slashes through the air again and again, and her fists connect with your body as many times or more, each impact as heavy as that first bone-crushing hit. We can still turn this around.
Finish the job.
You and the princess stare at each other, both gasping for breath, equally exhausted. You probably won't make it out of here alive, but you can at least make sure that she won't make it out of here either. Excuse me? Do you think this is what I wanted to happen? I have a duty to state the facts of the situation, and honestly, it's a miracle anyone is still standing right now. Can you not feel all those ruptured organs bouncing around in there? If the princess doesn't do our friend in herself, internal bleeding is certain to finish the job. The two of you clash for the final time. You feel your ribs break as she delivers a heavy blow, but you push through the pain, falling forward and sinking your blade deep into the princess's heart.
Oh.
The two of you fall to the floor.
This was fun.
It was.
The princess gasps, her voice an unhealthy rasp as her lungs start to fill with blood.
You put up more of a fight than I thought you would. But I have to wonder, do you really think this is the end?
It isn't.
But you don't have time to worry over such things. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Chapter 2. The Adversary.
You're on a path in the woods. You're here to slay her.
But I already slew her. Princess also killed me and definitely got her, but why am I here again?
I can assure you that you didn't slay her and that she didn't kill you. People don't just spring back to life after dying, and the two of us are meeting for the very first time.
You bitch!
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. You know I can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me. That's fine. It doesn't matter if he can hear us. The only thing that matters is marching up to that cabin and winning. That's the spirit.
I like this
There's
guy.
no point in squabbling when the real threat is just up that hill.
Proceed to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further.
What's up?
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
Lying and cheating doesn't sound like her at all. Not that it matters. It's not like she can lie or cheat in the middle of a fight.
What if I put like the knife
Are you
down?
sure
I
about
just go in full fists.
The point of my warning wasn't to start an argument over what circumstances the princess is capable of lying in. It was to give you some broadly applicable advice. The princess will do and say whatever she thinks it will take to get her out of there. So don't trust her. Ever. Are we clear?
Crystal, let's just get on with it already.
I like this guy. Proceed to the cabin.
The cabin is tighter than its exterior would suggest. Its cold stone walls press in on you, as if trying to forcefully direct you towards your destination. The only furniture of note is a black iron altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Explore the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime.
Wipe away the
You
mirror.
reach forward and rub your... But there was a mirror a second ago.
And now it's gone, so all of us can stop arguing about it and get to fighting.
Alright, fine, dude.
You take the blade.
Go into the basement.
Her fierce voice carries up the stairs.
Is that another challenger? Finally. It's been ages since I've had a good fight.
Let's go.
This isn't what she sounded like last time. Her voice is a little deeper, almost threatening.
Good. Sounds like my kind of princess.
My man.
As much as I appreciate the enthusiasm, just make sure you don't let your bloodlust get to your head. You need to stay focused and keep your wits about you.
It's not about the kill,
Remember,
it's about the fight.
you're here to slay the princess, not to have a good fight.
I can be here for multiple things.
As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view. A large shackle leading from her wrist to the basement wall.
Excuse me? Hey. We're gonna save this. We're just, hey. Hi, my name's Ari. Hi.
Looks like she could rip those chains out of the wall without a second thought.
Rip me out of some second thought.
Oh, it's you again. I've been hoping you'd find your way back here. Good to see that death doesn't stick for either of us. And you brought your little knife, too.
It's average.
Yes. I'm going to have fun breaking you into little pieces.
Please. You look different.
You look exactly the same.
All right.
Good.
Fine. I believe you.
Do I look good?
What? What you said earlier in the woods, I believe you. You've already met the princess, and the princess has already met you. That's all the more reason to take this seriously. You don't know that whatever brought the two of you back to life isn't a fluke. And beyond that, do you know who doesn't remember anything that happened last time? Me. I don't remember.
Womp womp.
Are you okay? Of course I'm not okay. As far as we're all concerned, the fate of my world is still very much on the line. Not all of us have the luxury of jumping over to a parallel universe the second we die. I'm going to take that
Men's hour.
silence as a sign that from this moment on, you're going to treat the task before you with the utmost importance and seriousness.
I'm not. Save. No, I want the next one, please. Page 2. I'm not saying I'm not here to fight, but I think the two of us have things we need to unpack first. Like how we're both alive. Oh, where'd that go?
Don't you get it? We've been given free rein to wail on each other. Forever.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Pussy. So you do remember me!
Oh, I remember you all right. Best 3 minutes of my life. So, why don't we do it again?
See?
I'm
She
amazed I
wants to
lasted
fight us
3
again.
minutes.
There's no reason for us to stand around talking.
I'm actually here to free you. Let's go!
Finally ready to complete your destined task, you launch off the wet stone floor of the basement and catapult yourself headlong towards the princess. Here we go. Let's make this count.
Oh, we'll make it count, all right.
As you bridge the gap, your blade slashes across the princess's chest, splitting skin and drawing a jagged line of bright red blood. But but she's unfazed by your onslaught. Her expression barely changes as her fist collides with your ribs, cracking them like twigs and driving you right back down to the basement floor. You can hear her chains snap as you struggle to recover from the impact.
She almost looks disappointed in us. Why is she disappointed in us?
Oh, you don't actually get it, do you? That knife may be sharp, but you clearly don't want to kill me.
I want to fight you. I don't want to kill you.
It's not fun if you hesitate. It's not fun if you try to trick me and make me bleed out. It's only fun if you go straight for the heart. You need to put everything you have into seeing me dead. Or what's the point? So don't be afraid. Don't hesitate. Kill me.
Don't let her get in your head. Reincarnation or not, this world needs you to win.
Shut up, nerd. I got things to do.
She's huge, but that probably means she's slower than us. Take it slow, think it through, and don't panic. Bleeding her out is our best course of action.
Don't listen to them. She understands something that they don't. The only way to win, the only way out of this is through her.
Yes. Strike her in the heart head on.
That's your plan, then. That's your plan. You push off the ground, ignoring the pain in your ribs as you charge at the princess once more. You can feel flesh give way before a sudden impact blunts your momentum, your weapon tightly lodged in the bone of her arm. She can pull it out.
Oh, shit.
We'll try a different angle.
No, we can do this. Just keep pushing.
We're not gonna win.
Yes.
Our weapon's stuck in her arm.
Keep pushing.
The princess's grin widens as the two of you push against each other, her fiery eyes and masochistic glee practically lighting up the dreary cave.
Yes. You finally get it, don't you?
I see the vision. I do.
Nothing exists outside of us. It's just you and me, dying and coming back, clashing against each other. Forever.
That's not what's going on. There's an entire world at stake here.
Yes, the fate of the world doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is this fight. The only thing that matters is getting stronger. And the only way to get stronger is to win, even if it takes us forever to get there.
Your balance is suddenly thrown off as the princess pulls you into her knee. It collides with your ribs, and you feel them splinter, cracking like wet wood from the impact.
We're fine.
But you barely have enough time to notice before the princess follows up and smashes her forehead against yours.
Ah, she has horns.
Your grip loosens from the impact, the blade still wedged in her arm as you tumble to the cold stone floor.
I said we're fine.
I didn't say you weren't fine. I was just describing what happened. You might not have said as much, but you certainly implied it. It really doesn't matter. The princess glances down at the blade embedded in her arm, and with near total ignorance to pain, slides it out of its sinewy prison.
You forgot this.
Thank you.
She tosses it at your feet.
Don't you want to be free, though? Pick up the blade and attack her again.
You and the princess attack each other once again, each of you dealing a single, terrible, lethal blow. Wait, does that mean we're dead? Or rather, about to be dead. As your blade pierces her sternum, the princess buries her fist into the soft meat of your organs. You feel a few horrifically painful pops, a gush of fluid, and it's over. It's finally over.
No, it's not. We're just getting started.
But it is over. Dead is dead. I know this isn't the happiest ending for you, but you saved the entire world from ruin. There are few better endings than that.
Well, are you going to listen to him? Or are you going to listen to me? Get up.
Yes.
Wait, no, that can't be right. Your eyes bolt open and you push yourself back to your feet. Alive.
Ha! I told you. I told you this wasn't over.
What about her? The blade went right through her heart.
What about her? If we're fine, then she's fine.
No, she's dead. She has to be... No!
Right. We're all shit out of luck, aren't we? I knew it. I told you we should all believe in her. This is perfect.
The princess rises from the ground, staggering slightly, one hand wrapped around the hilt
This
of
is
the blade still
amazing.
buried in her heart.
We don't even need to start over anymore, do we? Let's go again.
She pulls the weapon from her chest, barely wincing, and hurls it at your feet.
You know what to do. Again.
But she came back. What's the point of fighting her if she can just do that?
It's fun.
All of you need to settle down. This whole situation is coming dangerously close to untethering. She clearly never actually died. You just missed her heart, that's all. Oh, we just missed her heart? Oh, of course, that's all. You were the one who said we hit her heart. You were the one who said it was finally over.
Does my voices? Obviously the narrator controls some of the reality of it, because like what he says happens. Do the other voices change that too?
Well, I guess I had it wrong. You guess you had it wrong. Aren't you supposed to know everything? I never said I knew everything.
Close to untethering. What's that mean?
Nothing. It means nothing. I shouldn't have said that. But you did say it, so it means something.
Oh, stop bickering over nothing. Our destiny is right in front of us. Pick up the blade and go to her.
Okay, fine. That is what I meant by untethering. Do you hear him rambling on about destiny? He's lost the thread, and if you lose the thread, you won't be able to save the world. And what is that supposed to mean? I don't have to answer that, and I'm not going to answer that. Why the bloody hell not? Because right now, there's still a razor-thin chance that you're able to get your act together. There are patterns of thought out there that beg to be finished, but once you finish them, that's it. They change everything. There's no going back, and if I say anything else, you're going to finish one of those thoughts. What?
The princess can't die. The princess can't die. You mean like the princess can't die? Do you? It's too late. I'm not gonna say the princess can't die. I'm not even gonna think it. No, I don't want to skip this. Save. I'm not gonna say the princess can't die. I'm not even gonna think it. Just kidding, she can't die. No way. Oh wait, there's actually differences. Fuck it.
Yes. Exactly. Like, the princess can't die. I tried, you know. I tried very hard to make this work. I don't like that resignation.
So yeah, our voice controls reality.
Are you sure we can't just unthink it? Yes. Like I said, I'm afraid some thoughts can't be unthought. I'll be back in a moment. I'm going to pour myself a stiff drink. If I'm going to see the end of everything, I'd rather not be sober.
So I was right. Why are all of you so glum? This is perfect, isn't it? We get to experience greatness and battle and triumph forever.
Well, I think it was the stubborn one who said, your destiny awaits, right? No, hold on. There has to be another way. What if we just leave her down here? What if we run away? What if we convince her not to end the world? You can't reason with her. Ending the world is her fundamental nature. It's not a decision she can flip on and off. It is her. And what exactly can't we leave her down here? Because all it would do is stall the inevitable. And what's wrong with stalling? Oh, there's plenty wrong with stalling. The end is still the end, and I'd rather face mine head on. Oh, you mopey ass. Why did you even ask us to slay her if it was going to end like this? Because it didn't have to end like this. If you don't mind, I'd rather not spend everyone's last moments arguing with you.
It's time.
Yes, I suppose it is. If we fight her forever, then maybe she can't end the world. Maybe everything can still work out. Guess we'll just have to see how things play out.
Don't you get it? You don't have to shuffle your feet. What comes next is going to last forever.
Join your adversary.
With an unbreakable determination, you snatch the blade from the floor and stumble back to your feet. Both you and the princess quake with adrenaline as your eyes lock across the basement floor and share a knowing look. Free from hesitation, you close the distance, both you and the princess aiming to end each other. Your blade digs into her neck, grinding against her vertebrae as her fist connects with your body. The impact forces the air from your lungs, stars dancing in front of your eyes as you fail to keep your bearing. You both collapse to the ground before either of you has a chance to survey the damage.
And then we get up.
Get up.
Yes. And then you get up.
That was a good one. More.
Slay the princess.
You and the princess exchange dozens of devastating blows. Sometimes you manage to strike first, and sometimes she tears through you before you have a chance to act. But more often than not, each of you fells the other in the same moment. And then you get up and do it again, and again, and again, and again, and again, and again. We're all still here. This is all gonna be okay. Isn't it? Isn't it?
But he doesn't answer. The voice he'll never answer. He's gone.
What are you waiting for? I'm right here. Do you think this is... What is this place?
Did we do this?
Huh. I didn't think we had it in us. But I guess that stuck-up control freak was right.
It's the end of the world, isn't it? It's the end of everything.
Far from it. We're still here. And she's still here too.
The princess stumbles and her body slumps.
I feel so... tired.
You do not get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here?
It's gonna be okay, just trust me, we've been here before. And you always get scared.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything.
Screw the mirror. We just need to find the princess.
It's the end for you, but not for me. I'll see you on the other side. It's gonna be okay.
Okay. If you say so. We'll trust you.
Maybe there'll be a good fight there. Maybe we'll find her again.
We will. Approach the mirror. You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone again. The mirror always makes them leave. But you need to see what's in it. You've grown. You find yourself in the long quiet again. You're at the cabin.
Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before.
Also, hi Jellyfish, thank you for joining. The game's going well. This is our I think our second loop. I love this game so far. It's brilliant.
Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
Are you the same being as you were before? How much has changed?
Is a child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same.
What does it feel like to change like this?
Eyes close in reflection. Perspectives meld together, and the breadth of my experience stretches to new corners. There are contradictions, conflicts in my nature, and there are familiarities that bind everything together. It feels correct. This is what I need to be. This is the only path forward.
When When I go back, it's if there's this invisible walls around me. Why can I not do the same thing before? Why can I not do the same things I've done before? You've been kinder to me than anyone else have. Thank you. Why? What do you want me to bring you next time? What do you want me to bring you next time?
Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them. My joy is in seeing what you choose. There are no wrong answers, and every perspective illuminates my shadows and shares new secrets.
Do you have any thoughts on this vessel?
This one yearns to grow and struggle. Even now I feel a will pushing against mine, not realizing that we are one. She will make for a bold heart. Do not mourn her. We will provide her with the growth she fought for.
Ah, this game is beautiful. I'm ready to go back.
I will long for your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
Everything goes dark, and you die. Alright, we're saving this, because I want to test out some other stuff. For example, when we were doing the fight, I concluded that our voice determines reality, which is what he says. If we hit the princess can't die, blah, 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 blah. I'm not even going to say it. I'm not even going to think it. I'm going to hit the live version because I'm curious.
But you did think it, didn't you? I tried.
Does this... Okay, it leads into the same thing. So, try it again. Oh, God. Playing this on a controller is weird. Yes, load. The princess can't die. I hit the lie, didn't I?
But you did think it.
Okay. So... Did I just save over it? Shit. Don't worry. I think I remember how to get here. Load. Load this, please. Attack the princess. Skipping! Head on.
If that's your plan,
Keep pushing. Dude, I like this one too. I said I do. Pick up the blade and attack her again. Get up.
wait, no, that can't be.
Attack her again. Get up.
Yeah.
Slay the princess.
You would.
What? Oh no! I had to question him. Actually, does this continue? I don't believe there's a third stage for this one. I'm gonna go through this again, and if we end up in the same thing, then I'm going to cry. Oh, but that's fine. Strike her head on. Keep pushing. Do you want me to tell you? Yeah, actually, if you don't mind. You're really messing this one up, Ari. Shut your mouth. I'll put you back in the box where I found you. I do. This one is 2 stages and a potential 3rd stage. Okay, so we're gonna unlock the 3rd stage because I want to do it.
Wait, no, that can't be right.
Whoa. There. Explore.
Nothing.
Okay. We're gonna save this again. And I'm gonna save it twice. Because I'm dumb. The princess can't die, which is what I picked last time. Did I do the lie?
But you did think it,
I did.
didn't you?
Okay. So, load. Nope. Hold on. Load, please. Princess can't die. Is there one of these that's just like the princess can die? Because that would be so funny. Or do these all have the same ending?
Yes. Exactly.
Okay. I'm gonna go back a bit. Because I think I don't have to... I have to not listen to the voice. Okay. Oh, but I want a fighter. Fuck it. Turn around and leave without saying anything.
Oh, you've got another thing coming if you think you can just turn around and leave.
As you step towards the stairs, you hear the heavy creak of straining metal. And then a snap. She's loose. You have to make a decision, and you have to make it fast.
Run like hell. Okay, we're in the winning team. Turn on fighter head on. I think that's gonna lead me to the same ending. We're gonna save too, just cause why? Nope, that's history. Save. We'll override one of these, cause I don't care for it. But there we go. Let me do the turn and fighter head on. I think it's gonna lead to the same thing.
Finally ready to complete your destined task, you launch off the wet stone floor of the basement and catapult yourself headlong toward...
Oh, wait, what if we outmaneuver? I didn't even attempt that.
You push yourself off the ground and attack the princess, trying to bait an opening. You do your best to outplay her, slashing out and leaving red cuts in the tattered remains of her white dress. But you have little room to maneuver. For every glancing blow you manage to land, she slams you against the wall in retaliation, each impact threatening to be the last.
This weak little dance isn't working. Just toughen up and overpower her.
She's throwing us around like a ragdoll. I think overpowering her is a little out of the question.
Did you think you could stop me with a few cuts? All this dancing around is doing nothing but annoying me. I own this place, and I own you.
Say that again.
The princess's arm
Please.
shoots forward, her palm wrapping around your head, fingers gripping your scalp.
How disappointing.
She squeezes.
Oh,
Pressure unbearable as
horrible.
her fingers dig into your scalp. The last thing you hear is the unsettling crack of your skull, and the sickening churn of what was your grey matter. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Hold on. 1 minute. I'm curious. Overwrite that. Load that. Let's do dodge aside and counterattack.
As the princess barrels towards you, you do your best to maneuver between the tight walls of the basement. You do your best to outplay her, slashing out and leaving red cuts.
Okay, same thing. We're gonna fight her again. Turn on, fight her head on. Strike her at the heart head on.
If that's your plan,
Unlaunch the blade and attack her from a different angle.
you pull back on the blade's hilt, doing your best to free it from its sinewed prison. But as you tug the blade free, the princess slams you down onto her knee. It collides with your ribs, and you feel them splinter, cracking like wet wood
God, the
from
voice
the
acting
impact.
is so fucking good.
And you find yourself in midair. You hit the floor, your ribs complaining painfully. But you can feel the hilt in your grip. You still have your weapon. You push yourself off the ground and attack the princess, trying to bait an opening.
Okay. So I can't bait her. Let's go for... I'm gonna keep doing this, man. I think it's funny. Till I just want to see if there's a different thing. But if not, I'll go on to the next bit. Turn to fight her head on. Strike her head on. Keep pushing. I do. This is my last attempt, so I'm gonna save over this one because I'm curious. We're gonna pick up the blade. Okay, now it's gonna lead us to the same thing, which is not what we want. We want to try something new. Load, air. Fuck it. Let's give up.
You're kidding, right?
Yeah.
You can't just give up.
Yeah,
What do you
round
think
two.
you're doing? This isn't fair. This is even worse than deciding not to fight me from the beginning.
I'm just gonna remain silent.
Why aren't you saying anything? Is this some sort of trick? Are you tricking me? Or are you really that fragile? Because why would you? Why?
The princess's shoulders tense with fury as she storms towards you. You can see her face flush, her knuckles going white as she clenches her fists, her entire body trembling with a burning rage.
Can't believe you're making me watch this.
Shut up, me.
Fine. If you want to die like a pathetic little worm, you can die like a pathetic little worm.
I guess I'll see you all next time. She reaches down and grabs you by the throat, lifting your limp form and slamming it forcefully against the wall.
That's a new
Her
angle.
eyes twitch as her grip tightens around your neck. She sure is taking her time, isn't she?
Why? Why are you letting me do this? Why are you making me do this?
Ooh.
Why won't you fight back?
Because death doesn't matter anymore. Fighting, not fighting, what does it matter at the same way? Because there's more to this than... I like these. I just think it's funny. Oh! Oh! We're going with the funny one. No, I don't want number 8. Oh, no, 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 no. I didn't want to hit load. We're saving. I just think it's kind of funny.
Her grip hardens. You feel a horrific pop in your neck.
Oh, that's
She
hilarious.
releases you, your numb body crumpling to the stone floor as your vision starts to fade.
What am I supposed to do without you?
I guess I'll see you all
What?
next time. I can say that now, right? We're dead?
Great. I can't wait to be stuck in this useless body all over again.
I won't be seeing you, but I suppose something like me will. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Chapter 3, The Fury. This is my first time getting a Chapter 3. I knew that they existed.
You're on a path in the
But
woods.
It's not...
At the end of that path,
This is not the
think I've
woods,
heard
my
this one
man.
Before. Does it involve a princess? Are you trying to get us to do your dirty work?
yes. So you've been here before? And yeah, twice.
And it's going to be a lot more than that if we don't suck it up and actually fight her this time.
You didn't fight her.
Ooh. What was the option for
She wanted
the
a
third one
rematch.
earlier? Okay, I'll go
We
back and do
wanted
that
to
one.
see what would happen if we didn't give it to her. She got so very, very angry with us. And you got so very angry with us too. It was amusing.
I'm sorry, you thought that was amusing? I thought we were breaking a cycle of violence. I thought we were practicing
When I was evading
pacifism in
attacks
the
and
face
stuff.
of mortal peril.
Okay, alright, alright.
I thought we were being brave.
Yeah, I was
Heroic.
assumed that that one was, but I wanted to see if there was a different one. I'll go back and do that one, though.
Oh, you're funny. There's no such thing as heroism when you can never truly die. All we did was look at the same old thing from another angle.
Oh, will both of you just shut up?
As we've now established, you've already been here, and based on your behavior, I think we can all agree that things are not going well.
What do you mean? It's
We're
perfect.
nearing the point of no return. Whatever happens next, that's it. There won't be any more do-overs. So you'd better take things seriously.
No matter what happens, it seems like our answers are the cabin. We might as well go forward. I want to do the I'm done. Peace, but I'm not doing that one yet. Oh,
Good.
Ugh.
We're all on the
Gross.
same page. It isn't long before you find yourself at the end of the path, staring up at the cabin on the hill. You'll find the princess within, as I'm sure you already know. That's it? No final words of advice? I'd rather not waste any more time. I'm sure that any advice I'd give at this point is something you've already heard.
I did hear it, yeah.
That's fine by me. Let's get moving. I'm itching.
Okay. Did not mean to skip that dialogue, but whatever.
The interior of the cabin is a place that feels long forgotten.
Huh.
There was once an elegance to its construction, carved marble columns holding a high arched roof, vaulted windows letting in the weak starlight. But that is how it was. Now there is a growth that has overtaken it. A viscous fluid seeps from cracks in the stone walls, and it congeals into chaotic streaks of writhing nerves and wet clumps of living meat.
This chapter 3 is a 4th version. Ooh, okay.
That's horrible.
I might try and go for that 4th version. We'll see. Also, yeah, the
It's
music
just
fucks hard.
If you cut us open, I'm sure we'd look the same inside.
Also, I can't
That's
avoid that mirror
why
now, huh?
It's horrible. And that attitude is why you're miserable. The only furniture of note is a pulsating pedestal, a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your
And the mirror.
implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
You didn't mention the mirror last time either. Why?
A mirror? There is no mirror. There's the pedestal, the blade sitting on the pedestal, and the door to the basement.
Just tell us where the door is. I'd like to get back to fighting, and if you want us to kill her so bad, I'm sure you feel the same. No more.
Oh, you're so
Oh, I didn't mean to skip that.
impatient.
My bad.
We can look around the meat shack if we want to. It's not like the princess will be leaving without us.
I don't know what to tell you. There isn't a mirror because I would know if there was a mirror. You're either seeing things or you're confused on the definitions of door and mirror. Or you're seeing things. That seems far more likely.
What are you trying to say exactly?
It means you're hallucinating. It went away after we touched it last time. Let's just do it again.
I'm gonna approach the mirror.
You step forward and approach the door to the basement, hesitating before you open it. As if you don't
Oh, wait,
see
did
it.
that cut me out of losing the blade?
It really is, just like last time. Are we really hallucinating? Why here? Why now?
Let's just smash it and get it over with. I'm ready to get violent.
We won't be able to see what's in there if we smash it.
It's just a mirror. What we do with it doesn't really matter.
Do whatever you want with it. The mirror isn't real, so how you handle it doesn't matter, aside from wasting dangerous amounts of time.
Wipe the mirror clean.
You reach forward and drag your hand across the door leading to the basement. As if on command, it slowly slides open,
But I wanted my
scraping
knife.
against the stone floor, its ancient hinges moaning as it reveals the dim path ahead.
Why am I not surprised?
No, I
forward
wanted the knife.
Into the darkness. The stairs leading down to the basement are at once both narrow and grandiose. A high vaulted ceiling stretches up into a gloom beyond your sight, while walls wet with tumorous growths press in uncomfortably at your sides. You feel both unprotected and trapped, at once exposed and claustrophobic.
The air is thick, its odor an oppressive violence. The metallic scent of fresh blood twisting with the nauseating embers of charred remains.
If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice,
Yeah,
a
that line's gonna
bellowing
be in
rage,
everything.
roars up the stairs.
So you've returned after denying me the salvation of combat? Are you here to gloat? Are you here to mock what I've become? Do you think that if you let me kill you enough times, I'll suddenly soften and repent for sins that live solely in your head? Well, we've tried that, haven't we? Now come down and see what your refusal has done to me. See how much you can bear to witness the consequences of your actions.
Oh, we've changed her, have we? I'm intrigued.
Maybe I won't need my knife.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. The chamber's walls are painted in blood, a deep, sickening red that drips down in clotted streams onto the charred corpses that make up its floor. This place reeks of torment, of ripped skin and burning bone.
This is not a deal breaker for me.
The princess stands in its center.
Hold on.
Muscles
There we go.
flayed and bare and weeping, draped in a tattered dress of her own skin. Her heart beats from its place in her open chest.
Do you know what I'm going to do to you?
What are you gonna do to me?
There's not so much a moment of hesitation before she steps forward. Her chains pull taut, holding fast as she strains against them. The cuff around her wrist digs deeper into her skin. Blood drips from the place where metal meets flesh. And then, with a
a nauseating sound, the skin tears. It plops to the ground.
Okay. The blush is gone.
Pulls her red, glistening arm free from her bindings. She is loose, and she is coming for you. I like this one. Let's see her do her worst. Let's see if she can make us actually feel something. Whatever she wants to make us feel, I think it's gonna be bad.
Yeah, probably.
But bad is so much more interesting than numb.
Gah! Stop it with all this talk about feelings. The only feeling that matters is the rush of victory.
We don't even have a weapon.
It doesn't matter. I refuse to go out any way that isn't kicking and screaming.
I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry for what I did to you.
If you're sorry, then you'll stand and fight. I don't want a sniveling coward. I want to squeeze the life out of a ferocious heart.
She bounds across the room, her fists ready, her heart set upon your destruction. With a horrifying squelch, you are unwound.
My feathers.
No, that's our stuff. She can't just do that. She just did. Unfortunate, I know, but reality is reality. Oh, it's like I said. Our insides do look like the cabin. In the end, we're all just meat.
In the end, just because she's ripped us open doesn't mean this is over.
How is it not over?
Don't think that I'll allow you death here. I've made that mistake before. No, you will suffer until you see in me what I have seen in you.
That's how. It would seem, somehow, that she is keeping you alive. A challenge, then. Sure. Let's see how far we can take this.
What am I supposed to say? Please just talk to me. Can we not use our words and settle our differences? We're here for a reason. It's more important for us. Oh, these are all good options. These are really good options. God. Apparently in the original version's chapter it would always end here. Oh, but then there's a bunch of wasted. Yeah, this is the pristine version, and I'm hyped for this. All right, save here. And what am I supposed to say?
But the words don't leave your metaphorical mouth. Instead, all that leaves you is a wet and horrible gurgling as tissue vibrates out of place. Our metaphorical mouth.
Oh, I didn't leave you a mouth, did I? It's better that way. Words get us nowhere. They aren't music. They aren't dance. They aren't feeling.
Your eye, held far outside your skull by a thin stalk of nerves and viscera, stares back at her in unblinking silence.
Let's see what meaning we can find together. Let's see what we're made of.
Something infiltrates you. Though you do not see it, you feel it, slithering into your disaster of a body, seeping into the gaps between your molecules. The body of a sapient creature has, on
What?
average,
Oh,
30
hey, thank you for
trillion
following, dude.
cells. And each one of those cells is composed of 100 trillion some odd atoms. One of those cells is peeled from the others. 100 trillion atoms are gone.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold on 1 second. 1 second. Hey, Jellyfish. You're my 100th follower. Thank you. It means a lot, dude. Seriously, thank you. I'm glad that you're here, and I hope that you join in for some other stuff, and I appreciate it.
Are you still there? Are you still you?
Of course we are. Then 2 are peeled away. Then 4.
This is nothing. Nothing.
8. 16.
32. 16.
Oh.
So the waiting is the torture.
I have
Do
read
hate
these.
the dull
I read faster than they talk.
128. 256. 512.
Are you still there? Are you still you?
1024. 2048. 4096. 8192.
Do you all feel that? I could have sworn I felt something.
16,384. 32,768. 65,536.
You can't just count us into oblivion.
131,072.
I'm just gonna skip these.
262.
What happens when it gets higher? Like, really higher?
We die, probably.
Or nothing happens. Just like nothing is happening now.
1,048,000. The hundreds don't matter anymore.
Are you still there? Are you still you?
2,096,000.
I don't like this waiting.
You're going to give up before you even start hurting, aren't you? 16,768,000. 33,536,000. 67,072,000.
Are you still there? Are you still you?
There's the pain. I can feel it now. But we can handle this. We can't let her win.
If you make this about winning and losing, you're going to lose. You're too connected to your body.
Oh, you're getting mulchy.
268 million. We don't need to count anymore. Your lungs fill with liquid. You smell things you shouldn't. You choke on pieces of what used to be you.
Doesn't matter, because we're still alive.
You are deconstructed. You are reconstructed. A square you, a round you, a you with too many legs, a you with many mouths which won't stop screaming. Then all of it pressed into a ball, tightly packed into the size of a fist.
Oh, it's horrible. I love it.
What does you even mean anymore? We just keep changing into horrible things we can't control. Make it stop, please. Make it stop. Please make it stop.
You means we exist. And if we exist, then there has to be a way for us to win. Otherwise, this would just be pointless. It would all just be pointless torture.
Yes, she's torturing us. That's the whole point of this exchange. Haven't you been paying attention?
Are you still there? Are you still you?
Yes.
The ball is unraveled into the shape of a body. The skin peels off in a corkscrew. The eyes are plucked. The organs arranged in the air in a neat row.
Are you still there? Are you still you?
I'm still here.
No.
Yes.
You are stretched into a line 12 feet long, then 24, then 48. The line gets thinner as you get longer. A mile. 2, 4, 8.
Are you still there? Are you still you?
Yes.
16, 32,
I'm here.
64.
No.
100.
We want you to count things and be horrifying.
I'm still here. I'm still me. You are stretched and stretched and stretched until you are longer than the world itself. You wrap around it again and again and again. A tense line of microcosmic tissue held together by forces that are far too weak for the task they've been given.
Are you still there? Are you still you?
Do I have to keep answering? And then the forces disappear. The bonds holding your cells together break.
Oh,
You are
all her
30
face is in
trillion
them.
little
Oh,
pieces,
I love that.
all of them separate, and all of them falling.
Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Hold on.
Are you still there? Are you still you?
You're more tired than I am.
You sit in these 30 trillion places, each second passing in each of them before you arrive at the next. Each second passing as 1 million years. And so, you wait.
That's all I have.
And then all at once there is a great rewinding, and all of the disparate pieces that once were you fall dutifully back into place. You are whole again,
Hi.
and in your body, the body you had before all of this happened, and the princess sits against the wall, her dress of skin more tattered than before, her face sullen and disappointed.
You left me, and there's nothing I can do to bring you back.
Oh, she's been like me this whole time. She's just been hiding it.
I'm right here.
So you are. And yet I still feel so alone.
All I did was stop the violence. You can stop it too. Just leave with me. At some point, you have to open your eyes and see the rest of the world. And you have to see the world outside of us. Oh, God, these are good. Fuck. Yeah, we're going on to number 3. I can't be bothered to resit over any of them.
After everything I've done to you, you'd really take me with you?
Give her your hand.
Are you serious? You're just offering her your hand? You cross the room towards the princess, extending your hand to her. Her eyes, deep wells of buried sorrow, meet yours for a moment. And then she takes your hand in hers. You're going to end the world, don't you get it? I can't let that happen. I can't let you leave. I have to...
Shut up,
You
man.
have to what? Stop us. You leave me, no other choice. You are nothing but a witness. Fine. You and the princess climb the stairs out of the basement together. In silence. No embellishments. No flowery text describing what kind of silence we share. You've really given up, haven't you? I'm tired. What a shame. But you should really keep going. You have a job to do, don't you? And then you cross the upstairs of the cabin to the door, which you open. And then you step outside and into the ruins of the world you left
Hi again.
behind. So he's gone too. It's just you and me now.
Is this the world? It's so cold.
Yeah, give me the hint in a second. You do not get a chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
So that's a wrap. I didn't think we'd ever get here. There's only one thing left to do.
Approach the mirror. The voice falls silent as you approach. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You've grown. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. You're at the cabin.
Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
You've been kinder to me more than anyone else I've ever met. Thank you.
Why wouldn't I be kind to you? You are the only thing I know that isn't me.
Do you have any thoughts on this vessel?
This one is desecration. She placed the weight of her agony on you, yet it is she who unwound herself. There is passion and empathy buried under her unfeeling skin. She will make for a weathered heart. Do not mourn her. She has finally found peace.
I'm ready to go back.
I will long for your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
Everything goes dark, and you die. Oh, God, I love this game. Okay,
You're on a path in the woods.
so we just got that. I'm not going to do the funnier version right now because I want to do some other stuff and get some other endings. I will come back to that, though. I've made a mental note of it. Don't worry.
You're here to slay her.
I wonder, like, I want to get the, like, I'm just going to silently go to the cabin.
You make your way up the short path.
I'm curious if there's, like, a romance option, because this game is, it said to me it's a romance game. So I want to know what's the, like, generic, like, romance
The
one.
interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is
thank
stale
you,
and musty.
Wildcard.
The floor and walls are painted
You can,
in a
you're going to be the
fine
one
layer of
paying
dust.
for,
The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table.
Wildcard. I
perched
will
on
use your
that
money
table
for good
is a
things.
pristine
I
blade.
promise.
The blade is your implement.
We're entering the basement. We're leaving the blade.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient
I mean,
wood.
you did hold her hand, and she tortured you for eons. 200
I was probably
voices
doing
in
her
it.
a favor.
Hey man, that's love if I've ever seen anything. All right, here we go. You want them? You want the cat ears? Here you go. No, wrong one. There you go. There's cat ears. Are you happy?
Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
I'm curious. I'm here to save you.
Wait, really? You're here to rescue me? I was starting to think I'd be stuck down here forever.
I see. You're trying to get her to lower her guard. It's a gamble, but it might work.
Come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone?
I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. I can't believe you're here. I've been waiting for something like this to happen forever. I hope you brought something to deal with these chains.
It's upstairs.
You were lying when you said you were here to rescue her, but regardless of your intentions, breaking her out of those chains would be a big mistake. Don't even try it.
I'll see what I can do.
only making this more difficult.
You're not real.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake. No, you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
No, I don't.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
I want to check upstairs. Maybe there's a key lying around there. Then if not, I'll find something that can break you free.
Okay. I'll be here. Good luck.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here?
Try to open the door.
You try the door, but it's locked from the outside.
Hey, let me out of here.
Your shouts and pleas are met with silence. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
Return to the bottom of the stairs.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to.
My first ending was the one where she's like chained up multiple times, and then she cuts off her head, and we brought it outside.
Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
Yeah.
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely
Whoa.
hesitates before
Whoa.
raising her arm to her
Whoa.
mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf. As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
Save the princess.
Fine. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place.
You know, if we ignore what's happening on the left-hand side of the screen, the right-hand side is very cute.
You cut into her
We ignore
flesh.
what's on her mouth.
The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm. Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit. She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal.
God.
No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground.
Yeah,
How
that's
is
fair.
she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Approach the locked door.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, as the princess approaches... Wait, this isn't
We've
fair.
done this one
You
before.
can't just do that. Watch me.
What are you doing?
Was there one at the way top? No. Warn her.
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart.
This one's new.
But the princess dodges.
I know
stumbling
that
back
line of
against the wall
dialogue was the
before
same,
blade
but I
has
know
a
that
chance
this is a
to
different
connect.
thing.
Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
Because this is going to be a different version of the first one. Resist.
The blade. Move the blade. As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
We both know this isn't you.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands.
Bird hands.
What are...
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake. For her sake? Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone. Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
I'm sorry.
That's a good first date.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she?
Dude, he's just a little bird
Apparently
guy.
not, though it doesn't matter how sloppy her blade work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
I'm so sorry.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks. It can't just end like this, right? Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over. Everything goes dark, and you die.
The damsel. All right.
You're on a path in the woods. You're here to slay her.
These are all the same dialogue. Okay, proceed to cabin.
A warning. Before she will lie. If only you knew what you did to us, you villain.
I don't know if I like the simp voice.
Excuse me? Forget he said anything. But he is a villain. He made our beloved brutally take our life last time. He's trying to keep us apart, but he won't be able to withstand the power of our love. Last time? What are you talking about? I think he just likes to hear the sound of his own voice. Let's try to ignore him. I do, but I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed.
I would subscribe to her OnlyFans if it was presented in front of me.
Sure,
Motherfucker.
yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet. Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead.
Proceed to the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is clean
Hey,
and
nice mirror.
elegant, its stone walls draped in fine-threaded tapestries, a prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
I'm not going to take the knife.
The blade is your implement.
We already know about the mirror. Enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight, but it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slay. A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Her voice. It's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I think we're in love. Okay, I'm with you that we should be doing whatever we can to save her, but saying we're in love is a bit much, don't you think? We don't even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this fawning. Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation. You walk down the stairs
it's a
and lock
beautiful
eyes
dress.
with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall. My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment. You know she can't hear you, right?
She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit.
I fucking love this guy.
Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Did you hear that? She said we're dashed.
Oh god, hearing Welcome to Nightingale say that shit is hilarious.
And she called us a hero. Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it? Waiting for you to come back. You've been here before, haven't you?
That's right, villain. And you killed us.
Well, she killed us.
Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty.
And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time. We damned a whole world. But everything reset. Nothing resets. You're just somewhere else. You can't keep hopping between worlds forever. Especially
Why
not
not?
without leaving a trail of incomprehensible devastation behind you.
That's fine. Multiverse is infinite.
This is horrible.
What happened after I died?
You died, and now we're talking.
Well, okay, but what happened after? But before we started talking, did you like end the world?
I don't know. Was I supposed to have ended the world? Would that have made you happy?
Isn't that just like
Huh.
our darling princess? She wants to make us happy. My heart melts further with every word that passes through her beautiful lips.
Are you listening to her? That's a confession.
No, I don't want the world to end.
Then I didn't end the world.
Well, I'm convinced.
See? She didn't confess anything. She is innocence itself.
Not so sure.
Shut up, nerd voice. Yeah, we're gonna save. Oh, that's funny. Sorry about what happened. The narrator who sent me here to kill you took over my body. It was extremely unfair.
If another version of me was pushed to such drastic action, it was for good reason.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
She took that in stride. To a surprising extent. An almost unsettling extent, actually.
That's
What?
because she's
No.
perfect.
Do you think she has someone like him telling her what to do? She doesn't. There's no one else like me.
I think he's right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always trying to drive her to violence.
I didn't bring the knife. Do I have to cut you out again?
I'm okay with whatever you come up with. You can cut my arm off again.
I'd prefer not to.
We won't be laying a finger on her perfect wrists, and indeed, we won't even have to. Do you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her right out with no harm done.
What?
What? No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains. Why are you two arguing over the logistics of slipping her hand out of her shackles? She just said she'd be okay with any idea we came up with. Am I the only one here who thinks that's weird?
Nah, I think that's weird.
She didn't care last time. Why should she care this time? That's our stoic, smiling angel.
No, you're right. It's extremely bizarre behavior and further evidence that she's a monster who's not to be trusted. So go ahead and slay her.
You killed me last time, and I hurt a lot. Why'd you do that?
I'm sorry. Didn't you want me to?
Did we?
We warned her of the cruel forces seizing our body. That's practically telling her to kill us. She is our beloved, and she made the choice to free us of our misery, to show us mercy and make the best decision for everyone.
She made the best decision for her. Don't be so quick to assign kindness. You're just opening yourself up to manipulation.
Rescue the princess.
No. I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, I would if you had a weapon.
We'll go back for that one. You'll take over our body and force us to kill her.
Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought.
Okay, well, calm down, buddy.
You wouldn't.
I would.
I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her?
Wow, what do you know?
Approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed. I can't believe it. But I guess I have to.
I told you, there's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace.
Aww.
If only you had a weapon, one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back and everyone out there would be saved. Luckily for Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon.
Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on our side?
What do we do now?
What do you want to do?
Let me guess. End the world?
Spoken with the rank cynicism of someone who has never felt love in his heart.
I don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before.
She doesn't even know what she wants. You may have had her all wrong. What if this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? What if she doesn't want to end the world? You're so gullible. Is the only thing you've ever doubted the actual truth?
I think I want to leave. And I think...
The princess closes her eyes in deep reflection, and then she shrugs.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
Do you want to end the world?
Are you seriously asking her that?
Oh, we've been over this one. No, I do not want to end the world.
Your voice got higher pitch. You're also brighter. Why don't you tell me exactly what you want?
I just want to make you happy.
Huh? Which is something you want.
I just want to make you happy.
But what would make you happy?
I just want to make you happy.
Okay, clearly something happening here. What if we just don't do anything? What if we just stay here? Nobody gets hurt, and we just figure out a way to... You have to want something more than just to make me happy. I'm saving.
Okay, I'll find something else to want if that makes you happy.
Is it just me, or does it feel like we're alone right now? Like we're the only ones here?
Oh, there's the long quiet. Hold on. I'm not done there. I'm not done there. Okay, clearly something is wrong.
Oh, is that really what you want? If you think that would make you happy, then...
Her eyes dart uncomfortably to the corners of the room.
What did I say again? What if we just stay here together and no one gets hurt? We just figure out a way to be happy together.
I guess we could do that.
Well, at least she's normal again.
Normal again? Can't you tell she's sad? She's distraught. This is unacceptable.
But she can't be unhappy about staying with us. Can she?
No. It has to be him. It has to be this place. If we just made these walls more fitting for a princess, if we just say the right things.
If we just showed her the contents of our heart, she'd be happy here.
What revelation did this dude just hit?
As the voice
No.
thinks its thought,
No.
your hands raise,
No.
fingers pointing towards your chest, and then... What? No, you absolutely do not do that.
Oh, but I do.
What? What is he doing? We can't see unless you tell us. Are you sure you want to know? I suppose I can't stall forever. You You plunge your nails into your chest, digging deep, grasping for a handhold. And you find it. Your finger.
We're gonna come back to this one because I wanted. We're gonna come back to this. Okay. We're gonna finish the long quiet one.
Okay.
Is it just me, or does it...
You don't get the chance to ask another question. Nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns.
No. She was our perfect match.
She was nothing, man. She was a sketch.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
It's gonna be okay. Just trust me, we've been here before and you always get scared.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. Yes, I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we just sit here and preen for a while? That can't hurt.
I'll see you on the other side. It's gonna be okay.
Okay. If you say so. We'll trust you. She'll be there waiting for us. I just know it.
Oh, kinda. Approach the mirror. You approach the mirror. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone again. The mirror always makes them leave. But you need to see what's in it. You're withered. You find yourself in the long quiet again. You're at the cabin.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction, a mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
What do you think of this vessel?
This one is a reflecting pool of desire unfulfilled. She will make for a pliant heart. Do not mourn her. She has served her purpose.
You know, at the end of this, once you're finished, I'm going to kill you, right? No. Do you know what happens to the world we leave behind?
My perspectives are shadowed. You have seen what I have seen, just as I have seen what you have seen. The angles of my vantage do not offer me hidden truths, and my attention is turned inward, except when you are here with me. Perhaps this will change when our work is done.
How many more vessels do I need to bring to you?
We will know when we near our destination.
I don't want to go back. I just want to stay here forever if I have to.
If you need time, then I will wait with you. You are as I am now, and forever is a long time to remain undone. I am not you, but I know that I would return before forever was finished. What textures will you weave for yourself to occupy forever? Will you place the images of you and I into a box for safekeeping? If you close that box, will you become another you in another world? An imaginary pattern repeating itself until it can no longer bear the weight of its hand-drawn cage? You'll always come back to the box, because you'll always want to know what it means to be you. I will be here waiting by your side until you're ready to return to mine. I see you have returned to me. Days mean nothing in the maw of forever. I never left your side.
Oh, it's hilarious. Oh, it's fucking amazing. I'm ready to go back.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
Everything goes dark, and you die. And we are going to stop there, as we've been live for almost 2.5 hours now. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out with me. I appreciate it so much. Hey, listen, we are going to raid a friend of mine who's playing Mouthwashing, another very based indie game, and we are going to have a good time. So we're going to raid Ultralight. Oh, I didn't put in the right link. Ultralight. Shit, where do you go? Alright. Everyone, be kind, be respectful, and please have a good time. Thank you for joining me. Goodbye.